Michelle here with My Designs in the Chaos, where it's always my goal to develop, encourage, and grow your crafting talent and confidence. Now, we are live today on episode number 21 of our daily dose of design. Now, if you're just tuning in with us on this one is your first episode, I would love for you to say hi in the comments below. And if it's not your first episode, if it's the 21st episode, I would also love for you to say hello in the comments below. And let me know where you're watching from. So today we are going to be talking all about, just as we have been for the past 21 episodes, SVG files and all about designing SVG files. This is a really fun series that I am doing all based on your questions. So if you have a question about SVG files or designing SVG files, make sure to send over your question to info@mydesignsinthechaos.com. It's scrolling right across your screen right below here. And maybe your question will be featured. I would love to answer it. So today, the question comes from one of our community members, and she sent us an email. It was a really nice email, and it basically just said, how do I know if learning to design SVG files is right for me? It's a great question because sometimes it's like, why do I need to spend the time to learn how to design my own files? This is great. You're teaching me all about SVG files, and we've talked about font pairing, and we've talked about what the difference between the file types are. You've gotten so much awesome information, but what if that's not really a route I want to go down? How do I know if that's something that is going to be a good fit for me? Some people, they just know right away, like, I really want to learn to do this. And some people are like, I don't really know if that's me. And so today, I want to talk about 5 different things that might be deciding factors for you on if learning to design your own SVG files might be a good path for you to go down. These 5 things, if you are connecting with them, then you might realize, hey, I want to go that way. And if you say, nope, that is not me, then you may know, hey, I don't necessarily need to learn that new skill right now. So I want to talk about those 5 things real quick. If you are enjoying this series or if you learned something new, I would love it if you show this video a little bit of love on whatever platform it is that you're watching it on. And if you want these in your inbox every single day, make sure to click the link in the description to make sure that you sign up and get these in your inbox every single day. Okay, so tip number 1, or ways to determine if you should go down the path of learning to design your own SVG files. Number 1 is, do you find yourself spending a ton of time looking for files? So you have an idea for a file, or you have an idea for a project of something you want to do, and then you're like, okay, that's great. This is a really awesome project. I want to do this. And now all of your time is spent searching online to find that exact design that you have up here in your head. If you are finding that a lot of your time is spent trying to be on Google and searching and on design bundles, and you're just scrolling, looking and looking to see what you can download and find, well, chances are your download folder might have a whole bunch of digital downloads in there. It might be a digital download graveyard. Can anybody relate to having a digital download graveyard? And so in that case, it's probably time to put a pause on searching for all the things, and maybe you need to start learning yourself exactly how to create the things that you're going to be able to bring to life. So that's number 1. It's a huge time saver. Number 2, do you spend money on SVG files? I know, like, for example, for me, I still buy SVGs. Even though I make them, I think that there's a balance there. But sometimes you can spend, you don't realize, like, oh, it's $3 here, $10 there. Oh, its bundle is only, a $19 bundle, or, oh, it's a $10 bundle, or, it's $20 and I've got like thousands of files. Well, that's great, but are we going to make thousands of projects? I don't know. And so if you're spending money that maybe you're not actually using those files for, it might be a good investment of your time and financially to take the time to learn how to design your own. So then you're designing the exact files that you need for your projects, rather than just downloading thousands and thousands of files that you might not ever sift through or might ever use. Okay, so that's number 2, is that it can be money saving for you over the long haul. It can even be money producing for for you, because maybe you learn this new skill and then you're able to open a shop and actually sell your files. Now, right now you might be thinking, oh, I'd never want to start a business with mine, but you never know. Once you gather that skill, you can create a passive income on a digital download. You make it one time and then people can buy it over and over and over. So it's something to think about. It could be money saving or even money producing for you in the future. Okay, so that's number two. So number one, it's a huge time saver. Number two, it is money producing and potentially money saving. And let me clarify too, for the time saver, at the beginning, it's going to feel harder. It's not going to feel like a time saver at the beginning. You're going to feel like, this is so much more difficult than me just going and buying one. But over time, once you've learned the skill, I promise it will save you time. So time saver, money saver. Number three, the third way to determine if you should go down the path of learning to design your own SVG files is, do you have the desire to potentially want to create custom items for your shop? Now, that could be custom SVG files, or maybe you make shirts, or maybe you make tumblers, or maybe you make mugs, or maybe you make keychains. Whatever it is that you create, that you are passionate about, if you want to be able to customize those items and have an idea in your head that is brought to life only at your shop, learning how to design SVG files is going to be a great fit for you, because then you can say, this is exclusively found here with my shop, because you know you produced it, you designed it, it can't be found anywhere else. And that also kind of gives your shop a step up. So if you want, that's number three, if you have the potential to want to offer custom items in your shop, designs and files and items like shirts and things that can only be found with you, then you might want to learn how to design. Because if you're downloading stuff from online, there could potentially be other people that are using those files on their items as well. And so if you want to be completely custom and stand out in the crowd, learning how to design your own files that are unique to anywhere else might be a good fit. Okay, number four, reason why you might want to learn how to design your own files is then you're no longer dependent on your cutting machine software. Now, this is kind of like you're cutting the cord a little bit, and it kind of gives you some freedom here. You're no longer tied to Cricut Design Space or Silhouette Studio or whatever software it is that you use. You now can design in a software program that can basically do any of the ideas that you want. It's not like, oh, well, we can't curve text yet, or, oh, I can't arch that yet, or, oh, I can't do that shadow effect, or I can't make that offset, or mine is glitching, it's not working, it's not doing what I want it to do. You can utilize a graphic design software to bring that idea completely to life in the exact way that you have imagined up here. So you're no longer solely dependent on your cutting machine software. And so that's kind of a nice thing to feel like, oh, I can cut the cord a little bit. I'm not stuck in that one program. It kind of frees you up a little bit. And it frees you up to be able to take those files, and you can take those files and you can sell them, or maybe if you want to send them to a printer. Sometimes in your design cutting software, it's harder to extract the files and get the files out of there. And so in the design software, it's a little bit easier to do that since that's what it's made for. So number four, you're no longer dependent on your cutting machine software. That might be a reason why you want to learn how to design your own files. And then number five, if you want to be pushed to your creative limits, if you're feeling like, man, I'm kind of in a rut here, I see everybody's creating the same stuff, all the same projects, I really want to explore and expand my creativity, then you might want to learn how to design your own SVG files, because it really will unleash a whole new side of the creative gene that you have. Because now, no longer are you just creating a finished item with something that you found online, but you're actually producing that item from scratch, meaning you're having the idea in your head, you're bringing it to life in your software, you're bringing it to your cutting machine, then you're able to actually produce the item itself. And so you're able to unleash creativity. So if you're feeling like a little bit of like a roadblock or blah, or everything, all the projects I see are the same, then you might want to learn how to design your own so that you can really push that creativity to the limit and have some fun there. It's a whole different side of the creative brain that you start using, and it's just really, really fun to explore. So those are 5 reasons why you might want to learn how to design your own files. And again, that's coming from a community member who said, well, why would I even ever want to learn how to design my own? There's hundreds and thousands of files that are online that I could grab. And so those are 5 reasons really quickly. 1, time saver. 2, money saver and potential money earner. Number 3, you can offer custom items that are exclusive to anywhere else. Number 4, you're no longer dependent on your cutting machine software. And then number 5, it really unlocks some creativity that you might not even realize that you had, which I think then you're going to find in your projects, it's expressed even more. So thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight for Daily Dose of Design, episode number 21. If you enjoyed this, I'd appreciate it if you shared a little bit of love. Tell me below what encourages you to want to learn how to design, if you're already designing, or if you're on the fence, which one of these do you connect to the most? I'd love to hear that in the comments. Don't forget to get these in your inbox every single day, and then I will see you guys back tomorrow with episode number 22. And if you have a question I would love to feature you, make sure to send it over, info@mydesignsandthechaos.com. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.